Please remember to hit that like button, comment down below, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and share this video. Also, in the description of this video, you can find our compiled link. Through that link, you can support the channel via our Patreon or through our affiliate links, including your playmat. If you want a custom playmat or custom card sleeves, buy them through there and it helps out the channel and you get a 10% discount. And through our TCG Player affiliate link. If you're going to buy cards, buy them through TCG Player and it helps out the channel. Also, we have our Discord if you want to chat with us. We have Twitter if you want to stay up to date on all the happenings. We have TikTok if you want to check out anything funny. And we have my Pokemon channel if you're into Pokemon, so check out LuxJ. And we will see you in the video. How's it going, everybody? CJ here, back with another video. We're doing a first thoughts today. This first thought is on the Space Family Goblinson. It's a card revealed from Unfinity, and I'm pumped about it. But before we hop into that, I got a giveaway going on. So if you look in the description of this video, I got a link. If you click on the link, you'll find the giveaway in there. And what this giveaway is, the way to enter is there's a little survey I'm doing, and I'm trying to figure out what everyone's favorite commander is for each color. So you just fill out the survey and say what your favorite commander is for each color pairing, and that's it. That's how you enter. And the winner will get a budget deck around the commander that is most popular out of all the commanders that end up being on the list. Whichever one gets the most votes, I'm building a budget deck around. I'm going to play it in a video. I'll sign the commander and boom, that's the giveaway. So check that out. The giveaway will end on New Year's. I'm just going to do it like that, where it's going to be an end of the year giveaway. And we're going to hop into this. Space Family Goblinson. So this card's pretty cool. It's from Unfinity. So in case you didn't know, Unfinity is an unset. Typically unsets are all silver bordered cards and not legal in any format. However, this unset has a little twist on it, where the cards are all in black border, and the only cards that are not legal in any format will have an acorn stamp, the hollow foil stamp at the bottom of the card. So you can see, hopefully like right here, the hollow foil stamp, what it looks like. And so that means not legal. However, any other card, any card that doesn't have this acorn stamp is legal inside Commander and Legacy and Vintage, I believe. So that's pretty cool. It's a cool way to sell the set by making cards that are legal, and they're going to be a little more fun cards. Some of the, like Saw in Half, which you'll see right here. That's a card that was revealed that's coming in Infinity that will be legal in Commander, and I'm very excited about that card because it's funny, but it also has some very cool purposes in Commander. But we're not talking about that. We're talking about this. Space Family Goblinson. So, the categories I'm going to talk about with this card are dice rolling cards or dice related cards, +1/+1 counter synergies, a Voltron build, and then some previous uncards that would work in the deck if your playgroup lets you play uncards. So we're going to hop into this. We're going to do the dice rolling cards first. So thanks to the D&D set, we have a lot more dice rolling. And those cards include, I just picked out the ones I think that would be most useful in the deck. You've got Bag of Tricks, Bucknard's Everfull Purse, Chaos Channeler, Chaos Dragon, Clay Golem, Component Pouch, Delina, Wild Mage, Ebony Fly, which is a really nice mana rock. I think it's just a decent mana rock in general for Commander, especially like one or two colors. Goblin Morningstar, Hoarding Ogre, Reckless Endeavor, Song of Inspiration, Sword of Hours, The Deck of Many Things, Treasure Chest, Underdark Rift, Vrondis, Rage of Ancients. And then also the way you can buff your die rolling, or cards that trigger off die rolling, you can use Brazen Dwarf and Barbarian class to get extra rolls. So all those cards seem very powerful and very synergistic for this deck. You need dice rolling for this commander to work. So these cards are going to be like the bread and butter of the deck, like the meat and potatoes, like what you need to actually make the deck do what the deck wants to do. And so this deck is going to be a high variance deck. Like, it all depends on what you roll if you're doing well, which is pretty interesting. It makes it much cooler. It's kind of like the coin flip deck. So I like it. I like the idea. Next up, we're talking about counters. +1/+1 counter synergy cards. Some cards that seem very powerful for this deck include Animation Module. You can create some extra tokens. Bramblewood Paragon and Duskshell Crawler. Both of these can give the Space Family Goblinson trample. This is going to be a deck where you're going to want to hit hard with the Space Family Goblinson. So trample works very well. Fractal Harness seems pretty sweet in this deck. Can make him very big. Hydra's Growth, same thing. Ring of Colonia and Ring of Valkis. Put counters on it and extra keyword. Seems good. Solidarity of Heroes is a good way to just get a lot of counters all at once. Thundering Nightmare. Very cool card here. I like the idea. I like the synergies that adds to this deck. And then Wildwood Scourge, just get another big creature. Seems pretty good. And then some cards that are creatures that get counters on them and work really well with counters, because you're already going with the +1/+1 counter synergies. So why not add some extra creatures that will like get buffed, get boosted by this, or play into it very well. You have cards like Froghemoth, Fertilid, Bane of Progress, Gyre Sage, Hangerback Walker, and then Walking Ballista, and a lot of Hydras. You could go heavy on Hydras in this deck because it's very synergistic. Most Hydras have to do with counters. The ones I wanted to mention specifically include Colonian Hydra, Lifeblood Hydra, and Primordial Hydra. Those all seem pretty fantastic for this deck. Genesis Hydra also seems a lot of fun. All very good cards for this deck. And the last counters synergies cards I want to talk about are extra counters. Ways to get more than one counter every time you get a counter. Branching Evolution, Hardened Scales, Doubling Season, Primal Vigor. All of these auto-includes. Double up your counters. Just really get the Space Family Goblinson going fast. I like the idea of that. I think it's fun. Next up, we're going to talk about a Voltron build. So you're going to... The way this deck is going to play out is you're going to be getting counter synergies. You're going to be playing with a lot of dice cards. You're going to want to kill people with commander damage. So you're going to need a lot of Voltron-esque cards so that way you can get enough power to actually take people out. And ways to get through damage just to make sure that you have trample or something, because it's not the easiest to give it trample. So some of those cards include Rancor, Blackblade Reforged, Xenagos, God of Revels, Temur Battle Rage, sort of X and Y, all the swords. You got some of them now. You got some more of them now. And I think that's all of them. I think there's only 8 right now. Hopefully it's only 8 right now. If there's more, then it'd be up right now. Next we got Luxodon Warhammer, Hammer of Nazan, Mage Slayer. Really cool card. Doesn't get to see a lot of play because most Voltron strategies aren't in green-red, but it works really well in this deck. Dark Steel Plate, Indestructible seems good. Swiftfoot Boots and Lightning Greaves for haste and protection. Embercleave, Double Strike and Trample seems pretty good. Shadow Spear, high utility there. Commander's Plate, very good card. And Nettle Cyst. If you go heavy in the artifacts and enchantments Voltron style, then this is going to be a really good card for that deck. And then just ways to ensure that you get damage through Whisper Silk Cloak, Rogue's Passage, Trailblazer's Boots, and Hot Soup. All fantastic ways to ensure the hits. And lastly, uncards. We've got a bunch of different uncards that work with dice rolling. Most all the uncards that we talk about here are dice related, and that the only reason I'm talking about them is because they're dice related. There's not enough great dice cards in Magic. There's some good ones, but to really fill it out, if your play group is okay with you using unset cards or silver border cards, some of these cards are very good. And so those cards include, As Luck Would Have It, Chicken Egg, Chittering Doom, Free Range Chicken, Goblin Tutor, Ground Pounder, Growth Spurt, Krark's Other Thumb, that would be an auto include if your play group's okay with it, Hydradoodle, Low Blobber, Mad Science Fair Project, Old Buzzbark, who also could be the commander of this deck, but yeah. Steel Squirrel, Sword of Dungeons and Dragons, and Willing Test Subject. All those really cool cards, would work really well in this deck, but technically they're not legal, so you're going to have to rule 0 that. Ask your playgroup and see if your playgroup's okay with you playing them. None of them are super overpowered, so I don't see a reason why they wouldn't, and so hopefully You can. And that is everything I have for this Space Family Goblinson. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you next time. Peace out, everybody.